He's on his first headlining tour here in Nashville, Tennessee. Public Works, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to get started by sharing a little bit about his first show went here in Nashville tonight.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. It's the first show of the Fun with My Friends tour. Nashville, Tennessee was fucking awesome. I don't know how many people were there, but the energy was fucking super high. The vibes were great. It was a great show.
We love that. What are 3 things people can expect when they see you on tour for the rest of this run?
My shirt off. A really loose pair of pants with no belt. And we'll see a smile on my face when I get off the stage.
We like that. We like that. That's great. Now, anyone who's heard any of your songs knows that it's all raw, authentic, and real life.
Yeah.
What inspired you on this journey? I know you had other pasts with other monikers before Public Works became a thing a year ago.
Yeah.
What made you know that this time was going to be like hard and raw and difficult songs to put out?
I think, I don't know. I think when I created Public Works, I was about a year into my sobriety, and I started writing again for the first time since getting sober. And I just found myself like matured in a way, and I was still learning so much and growing so much with, that first year sober. And I kind of just found myself writing about where I was at currently and things that happened to me growing up and what I went through growing up. And it just felt, super organic for the first time. I didn't feel like I was faking it or trying to fit into a name or an image or anything, and it just felt very natural and organic. And it's just been that way since, you know what I mean? I put it up online and people react however they do. And it helps people. And that's the coolest part. You know what I mean? For sure. I say that.
Yeah. One of the, I'd say, false narratives that people say about people that get sober is they don't have energy. They're kind of not the life of the party. If someone comes to a Public Works show, that's the last thing you're going to say when they leave. Where do you find your energy from before you go on stage and make sure everyone's having a great fucking time?
I'll say this. We are not a glum lot. No, you're right. That is kind of like the narrative. And I used to think that when I was younger and I was trying to get sober, like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I don't want to be boring and I can't live a fun life. I think none of that's true. And I found that. And like, I was thrown into the sobriety thing and I was surrounded by people that just love to have fun. And you can still do really cool shit sober. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I pull a lot of this energy from the people in the crowd, and I'm watching their eyes light up. I'm watching them cry. I'm watching them relate and connect with me. And, even if it's a serious moment, right after that, we share this crazy connection, this common peril, and the bond is undeniable. You know what I mean? So the energy just comes in the room, and it's the fucking coolest thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I love that. A lot of people would say when you have your first big song that goes crazy, it's when your artist career starts. I'd argue that all the reps you got in before made you who you are today. But last year you had a song you dropped that you actually made for your uncle's funeral. Yeah, it went crazy on the internet. What was that experience like for you?
I mean, I guess writing it was just again, like you said, like it was from my uncle's funeral. There wasn't much thought put into it, other than like this is for my uncle, for me, for my family. Putting it out online and having the response that it did blew my mind. You know what I mean? I think it was a really cool moment where I learned how many people are out there. And it was just super cool to see like people connecting to a song that has 50 or 48 words or something. And it was a genuine thing. I mean, there was nothing, cringy or some may differ, say otherwise. But there was no gimmick behind it. You know what I mean? It was just my raw emotions. And I put it in audio form and I put it out for the world and people connect to it. So
yeah,
man.
And since that song, you've kind of used lots of songs to talk about a lot of different topics that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And even if they've been through the experience, would never want to share, whether it's Hands, whether it's White Knuckle, all these different songs. How have you become strong enough to create these songs and put them out in the world, put them out online, and also not half-ass when you put it out online? Like really go balls to the wall with everybody you put out and like just really not be afraid to be yourself. Where do you find that strength from?
I don't even think I'm like strong or I have the strength. I wouldn't even say that. I appreciate it, but I wouldn't say it's that. I think I like to say I made it my duty and I made it my job to do that after seeing the amount of people that do relate and connect to it. And I think it's just important to tell my story. And I do write very literal and very on the nose, and I'm not extremely poetic, you know what I mean? But I think there is a strength in that, and not being afraid of rejection like I was for so long growing up, and just putting myself out there, you know what I mean? I think that's kind of what separates the men from the boys, or whatever you want to call it. It's just important. I think it's really important, and you don't see it a lot. And I'll be the one to do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been bless. It's been cool so far. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're helping a lot of people and pissing a lot of people off.
That's
fucking me my shit. You know what I mean? My shit. But I love it.
Well, I appreciate you so much for being out here and answering a few questions with me and letting me come and shoot your show. It's an awesome experience.
You can come whenever, brother.
I appreciate it. Pause.
Resume.
Resume.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I really do.
That's cool.
Yeah.